One thing I've noticed in the art world is that people sometimes feel embarrassed about using tracers. Some artists feel like using a tracer somehow makes their painting less valid, or that real artists should draw everything freehand. But honestly, I see tracers very differently. To me, a tracer is simply a clean and efficient way to transfer information onto your painting surface before you ever begin painting. Whether you're using one of my tracers from my classes or a sketch of your own, the goal is the same: to create a clean starting point so the painting process feels smoother and less frustrating. One thing I've learned over the years is that messy sketch lines can actually make painting harder. When the drawing underneath is dark or smudged or corrected 100 times, it becomes harder to clearly see your shapes. That's one reason I really prefer using a clean transfer method. It gives me clear placement for the important shapes without a lot of extra marks competing with the painting. The method I personally use is very simple. I place chalk pastel on the back of tracing paper, then transfer the drawing lightly onto the panel. I really like using white chalk pastel or gray generally, but sometimes black is needed depending upon any background that you might already have painted on your piece. This will give me a soft, clean line that will be really easy to paint over. I'm not pressing hard and I'm not carving grooves into the panel. I'm not creating heavy graphite lines that I'm going to have to fight against later as I'm painting. I just want enough information there to guide the painting. And honestly, using a tracer doesn't paint the painting for you. The tracer isn't choosing the colors, the brushwork, the lighting, the edges, or even the emotion of the piece. All of that still comes from you. The tracer simply helps place the drawing accurately so you can focus your energy on the actual painting process. I think sometimes beginners feel like they have to prove themselves by struggling through every part of the process. But art tools exist for a reason. Professional artists use transfer methods all the time, whether it's a grid method, projectors, sketch transfers, charcoal rubs, light boxes. There are so many ways artists transfer drawings onto surfaces, and none of those tools replace the creativity or skill of the artist. That's also one of the reasons why I include tracers in my classes. I want artists to be able to get right into the painting process without feeling overwhelmed before they even begin. Especially beginners, removing some of that early frustration can make a huge difference in confidence. But even seasoned artists, many seasoned artists take my classes, can really benefit from having a tracer. It's just such a time saver. At the end of the day, you do not need to earn the right to paint by making the process harder for yourself. If using a clean tracer line helps you enjoy painting more and helps you stay accurate, or simply helps you feel less stressed while you're actually at the easel, then that's a good thing because the tracer did not create the artwork. You did.